I'm Justin, the manager. Hey guys, I'm Justin, the development manager for Epic.io. In this video, we're going to cover Geo DNS and why it's important to you.
Geo DNS works because it's able to pick up on where requests come from and route that request back to a server that you've pre-configured to be close to where the request came from. So for an example, if you're a user in America requesting a certain website, you won't get routed halfway across the world to a server hosted in China. Instead, you'll get routed to a server in America. And this is important because it will reduce the latency between you and that server and increase the performance of that website. It can also be used to serve two different versions of the same content to users based on where they're coming from. So users would request the same website, but only see the content that pertains to them. It's also extremely useful when used with a failover. If a certain server in a location goes down for any reason, you'll automatically get routed back to your primary server. So let's look at how easy it is to set up on the Epic.io portal.
So we'll start by going to www.epic.io. On the right side, you'll see the sign-in form. If you don't already have a user account, you can click the Sign Up Now button. Otherwise, you can log in with LinkedIn or use your direct username and password for Epic.io. After logging in, if you're tied to multiple accounts, just choose which one you want to log into. After logging in, you'll see the nav pane on the left side. Click the Networking tab. Under the failover section, you'll be brought to your list of failovers. If you don't already have a failover, click the New Failover Endpoint button. On this form, you'll see everything that you need to start using Geo DNS today. At the top, you'll see the Enable toggle. If you want to enable this immediately, go ahead and slide it to the right. Below that, you'll see the failover type dropdown. There's Active Failover, Active Active, and Active Geo. That's the one that we want to use for this. Below that, you'll see the endpoint name. It's prefixed with your customer ID and suffixed with our Epic HA domain. Just choose whatever you want to call your failover. Then choose what alert profile you want to send alerts about your real servers to. After that, we can choose what check type we want to check your real servers with. There's ping, HTTP, and SQL. For this, we're just going to use ping. Then on the real server IP addresses card, we're going to put information about your real servers and their IP addresses. And just note that this is where you'll map your public DNS to so that we can handle your traffic from there. So just note that the one at the priority one is your primary server. This is so that if any of your other servers go down, it'll be redirected to this server. We're going to go ahead and put in an IP address. And then we're going to put the region for America. On the right side, you can see the validated column. What this is going to do is it's going to take your real server IP address and the check type and run a request against that IP address to make sure that we can hit it. This means that all requests from America will be routed to this IP address. Then we'll put an IP address for Asia. And we'll put an IP address for Europe. After that, you have all the information that you need to start using Geo DNS. Go ahead and click Save Changes. After you click Save Changes, you'll be brought to the Failover Manage screen. At the top, you'll see information about your failover endpoint. Below that, you'll see information about your real server IP addresses. On the right side, you'll see if they're active or if they're not. If they're active, that means that they're actively serving requests to the users in that region. Below that, you'll see information about how often your failover endpoint is being used. At the bottom, you'll see the endpoint logs. This is our failover checker actively checking your real servers.
Alright, so let's test what we set up. While creating the failover, we assign the IP address of .78 to the America region. Here we have a virtual machine that's hosted in America. If we do a ping to our failover endpoint, we're going to get back the IP address that we set up in the portal. .78. Here we have a virtual machine that's hosted in Asia. We're going to do that same ping, but we're going to get back the IP address that we set up for Asia. And again, a virtual machine that's hosted in Europe, we're going to get back the IP address of .95.
Alright guys, I hope that you found this video helpful. If you would like to learn more about our failover services or any other cloud services that we offer, please check out the description below. And if you'd like to ask any questions, please leave those in the comments below. There's nothing more I have to say to you. Have a great day. That's pretty good, right?